Okay, so we got a 2006 Nissan Titan that's got some O2 codes. Let's go ahead and go to the ECU, and we're going to see what kind of codes that we got to start with. Okay, so let's go over here to we'll read codes to start with. We got a P0139, that's O2 sensor 2, bank 1. A P0138, O2 sensor 2, bank 1, and P0137, heated oxygen sensor, bank 2, sensor 2. Okay, so we have, they're both sensor 2s. We have two codes. The 139 and 138 are on bank 1, and 137 is on bank 2. So let's go ahead and back out of that, and let's go to live data. We'll just do input signals. And let's see what we got here. Heated oxygen sensor, bank 1 and 2, showing rich. Air fuel sensor, we'll select both those. There's our sensor 2s right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph these. Let's go in the truck. Sorry for all the glare, but I don't know what else to do. So what I want to do first, we gotta set these differently. Set the min 0.1, max will set to 2. Do the same thing with this one. Okay, the first two, the main ones I'm watching right now are just the sensor 2s, the downstream O2 sensors. Now I've seen this one move a little bit. This is bank 2. I've seen it move a little bit. I haven't seen this one move at all. I'm going to rev it up. Okay, so bank 1 sensor 2 is stuck at 0.28. Now bank 2, it seems to be working. It's now down to 0.16. If I give it gas, it richens up. So we definitely have a problem with bank 1, sensor 2. That's the downstream O2 sensor on bank 1. I'm going to have to figure out which bank is 1 and 2 on this Nissan. I don't know if the driver's side is going to be bank 1 or passenger, so I've got to find out the firing order. But yeah, the first thing that I'm going to have to do is check wiring, make sure that it is connected, that it's not roasted up against the side of the exhaust or any other part of the vehicle. But we definitely got a problem. I mean, you can definitely see that there is absolutely zero change. Whether I rev it up or anything, it does not change on bank one. All the other three are working. Now, obviously, these are lambda sensors, I believe, because regular O2 sensors, I don't believe, will go to 1.5 volts. And when you rev it up, they do richen up. There is a check engine light, obviously. We got 3 codes for O2 sensors, so there's going to be a check engine light. So, yeah, it looks like everything's working except for bank one. Alright, so let me go get some, once I get up, I'm going to let this thing cool off so I can get underneath it and not get all burned up. So, here in a few minutes, once it cools off, we'll climb up underneath and take a look. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to manipulate these connectors. The easiest thing to do on this, take you a pair of pliers. I've just got some duck bills here. And if you squeeze in right here, you can push this connector out to where you can actually get to it. Turn it around. Get my light. And work with it. And what you got to do is push in on this little clip while you pull this piece here up. Get your little screwdriver. I'm just going to push in on my fingernail with this and then pop that up. And then it pushes the O2 sensor apart. Kind of a cam action. And the other side is going to be the same way. This is the upstream O2 sensors. This is the one on the driver's side. I'm just getting them unplugged so that whenever I go down below, I won't have to worry about that part of it. So let me get the other side. Let's try to get the camera in here to where you can see what's going on. Okay, same deal. Just squeeze in on these, and then you should be able to push this right on out like that. And then it's the same deal. You just gotta. It's hard to do with one hand, and it really helps if you have either a little screwdriver or a little pry tool. This little mini pry tool works great on connectors and small stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and reach down here with both hands. Try to get the camera where maybe it'll show. I don't know if it's going to or not. I can't see what's on the camera right now, so sorry if you can't see. Okay, this was the passenger side. So everything on the top side should be done now. Now all the work's going to be on the bottom. Okay, so here we are underneath the truck. This is the driver's side. There's the O2 sensor. Downstream, there's the catalytic converter. There's the upstream O2. Where's that? I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. So I'm just going to go after this one right now. Figure out how this comes unplugged. Okay, just push the little tab there and unplug it. I'm going to try to get these out just with a regular wrench. They look pretty rusted, so I don't know how big of a job this is going to be. I do have a socket if I've got to use a socket. Let me see if I can get this camera. To stand up where I need it. Okay, let me get my socket and ratchet. This is where a dedicated O2 socket comes in. And a long ratchet. Let's see if Gee. Your breaker bar. Good. All right, still can't get this one out. I did get that one out. It took a little doing, but it finally turned. Before I booger up the hex head on this too much, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit it with the air hammer. I'm going to finish cutting. I'm going to go ahead and cut the wires off here. So we're committed now. We got to get it out, and hopefully the air hammer will kind of knock it loose, and then the regular socket. Hopefully this deep well socket will fit on there. If not, we'll have to cut some more of that down. Got me a cutoff wheel. Alright, before we go beating on it with that loud air hammer, let me wipe the lens off. I don't know how dusty that is. Hopefully that's coming through. So this vehicle's normally from Chicago. Most of these O2 sensors down here in Texas don't have this big of a problem. Alright. So we got that. Now, I'm kind of more on the driver's side. So, that O2 sensor is right there. I can reach right up and get to this one. So I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to have a problem with this one, as long as I can get a wrench or something on it. So let me do that. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do this off camera so that I can put the camera down and figure out what the best tool to get on. So I was able to just get up here with a wrench and break it loose, and now I can finish unscrewing it. And the reason I wanted to go ahead and disconnect it from the top is so that I could completely remove it once I got it unscrewed. That way you're not fighting the twisting of the wire and everything. Let's see, where's this one at? And let me see if I can get some light to stay up here. I'll do like that. That one turned. Usually, as long as you can get them broke loose, then you'll be able to get them out. Alright, there's that one. Okay, let me grab the other O2 sensors and I'll get them down here, the new ones. Okay, so I'm back down underneath here, got all 4 new O2 sensors. Actually, these two right here are the same, but these two are slightly different. And it looks like this side here takes this connector right here. Make sure you don't contaminate the O2 sensor. Best to leave them unhooked, disconnected while you're putting them in. That way, again, the wiring can twist and turn the way it needs to. And these don't have to be just absolutely tight. Let me grab my wrench. And I'm going to go ahead and, so this thing is zip, or it's not really a zip tie, it's a little keeper. I'm going to have to get a zip tie to zip tie this up and out of the way. So I'm going to get these finished. I'm going to finish installing these, and then I'll zip tie that up and out of the way. So the other one, the this side is this one right here. At least it should be. Even though it looks like a green connector. This one's a blue connector. Okay, yep. That's wrong. So alright, so a little tip. Whenever you get your old O2 sensors off, you're going to want to keep this little piece here. Snap this piece off of the old connector housing and snap it onto the new. That way you'll still be able to snap this into the little holder to keep the wiring from falling onto the exhaust. And the easiest way to do this is just take you a pair of like channel locks, or these are Knipex. Get right in here just like this, and then it'll just unclip. And then just slide it in to the new O2 connector, and then you'll be able to snap these on just like factory. I'm going to attempt to get this camera back here to where you can see what's going on. And there goes my light. Hold on. Okay, let's see what that does. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get this connected. Make sure that this piece here is pulled up. I'm going to slide it in until those lugs engage, then just push that down. Now I'm going to get my clip. That I removed from the old sensor. Make sure that the O2 sensor wire is not touching exhaust or anything else, and you're good to go. So now all 4 O2 sensors are replaced. We're going to start it up, let it warm up, and see what the see what it shows. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can without too much glare. So those are the 2 upstream. They go rich. They go lean, and now you can see we have movement on bank 1, sensor 2, whereas before it was stuck at 0.28. Now we're reading 0.29, 0.28, 0.3, 0.7, 0.5. So we're now at least getting movement on the bank 1, sensor 2. Doesn't look like there's much of a change from the upstream sensors. They're reading about 1.4, 1.5, which is about where they were before, but he wanted all 4 of them changed, so we changed all of them. Anyway, that should get his check engine light to go off now that the downstream O2 sensor is working on bank 1. Anyway, I'm done with this. Until next time, you guys take care.